So, hello guys, this is our fourth lecture of the unit Balance of Payments Macroeconomics, and in this we are going to study about foreign exchange and its related components. And if you guys didn't go through those previous three videos in which I have taught about basics of this chapter, but that definition, features, difference between the balance of trade and balance of payment, so you must go and check out those three videos so that you will be more clarified with the things in the next lectures. So today's topic is foreign exchange and its related components. So what is foreign exchange? It refers to all the currencies of the rest of the world other than the domestic currency of the country. Means in India, US is a foreign exchange. Yeah, foreign exchange includes all the currencies of the world except the the country's currency, like rupee is India's currency, and this will be not included into the foreign exchange. The rate at which one currency is exchanged for another is known as foreign exchange rate. Means in today's world, in today's scenario, approximately $1 is equals to approximately 75 rupees. So that will be the foreign exchange rate. There is one more example given below. The foreign exchange rate is a price of the one currency stated in terms of another currency. Yes, that's clear. And the example is, if one US dollar is exchanged for 60 Indian rupees, then the exchange rate will be 0.0166 US dollar. So there is a formula: $1 is equals to 60 rupees, or 1 rupee in terms of, this is in term of dollar, but in term of rupee there is 1 rupee is equals to 1 by 60, that is 1 rupee is equals to 0.166 US dollars. This is the exchange rate of Indian currency. Foreign exchange market is a market where national currencies are converted and exchanged. Yeah, so these are some points, and this tell about the foreign exchange and what is foreign exchange rate. So I hope you are clear with that. So foreign exchange rate will be classified in both of the cases, like in terms of Indian rupee or the US dollar. So by this you can translate the formula. So this was the basic concept of foreign exchange rate, and now we'll study about the functions of foreign exchange market. So there are total three functions. First is transfer function, credit function, and the hedging function. So what is transfer function? Transfer function refers to transferring of purchasing power among countries. Means transfer function refers to which is the power of transferring goods to the other country. So the transfer function. Credit function is, it implies the provision of credit in term of foreign exchange for the export and import of goods and services across different countries in the world. And the last function is hedging function. It pertains to protecting against the foreign exchange risk. So there are risk of loss. So it is against that. It is an activity which is designed to minimize the risk of loss. So there could be risk in exchanging currency. So this function reduces or minimizes that risk. Yeah. Now we'll study about sources of foreign exchange. So through various sources we can have the foreign exchange in our country, and there are some of the foreign sources through which we can have foreign exchange. So the demand, that is outflow of foreign exchange, come from the people who needed it to make payments in the foreign currencies. It is demanded by the domestic resident for the following reasons. Okay, the first one is import of goods and services. When India imports goods and services from the other countries, the foreign exchange is demanded to make payments to import goods and services. Now we are importing goods and services, so we need that foreign exchange. Another one is tourism. To meet the expenditure in the foreign tours, we need foreign currency. because we have to do transactions and all this kind of stuff. So we need that currency. Unilateral transfer sent abroad. So foreign exchange is required to make unit transfers, like sending gifts to other countries. We have to send gifts, so we need that currency. Purchase of assets in foreign countries. If we could, buy things like bonds, shares, land, sometimes lands also. So to buy these kind of goods, we need foreign currency to purchase them. Repayment of loans to foreigners. For example, we have taken some loan from a foreign country or for foreigner. We need that currency to pay it back. Pay that loan back to that country or the person. We need that foreign currency. The last one is speculation. Demand of foreign exchange arises when people want to make gains from appreciation of the country. Yeah. So when there is appreciation of currency, so at that time we demand for the foreign exchange. These are the sources of demand. Why we demand more foreign currency? These are those sources that why we demand for them. Now, reason for rising demand of that currency. The demand of foreign currency rises in the following situations. The first one is when the price of a foreign currency fall. For example, there is the rate of exchange or the demand for that foreign currency suddenly falls due to decrease in the shares of some companies, decrease, like fall in the market. At that time, there will be a rise in demand of that foreign currency. Means, what is the point? When the price of that foreign currency fall, import from that foreign country become cheaper. Now we can import goods at a cheaper rate, so the imports increase and hence the demand of foreign currency rises. Means now the rate has decreased. Rates have been decreased for the multiple goods. Now we export those goods more, and to buy those goods more, we need more foreign currency. And there is also one example given there. If the price of $1 becomes 60 to 55 rupees, means before I can buy, um, 60. This for say there is 60 pence in $1, and now the rates have been decreased. At 55, I can have them more. So I can buy more product at the same rate. Then, now in this case, the import from US will increase as in American goods have been, cheaper before them. So as a result, demand for foreign currency will increase. So in this we have discussed only one point, and the next points will be discussed in the next video as there is some bondage of time. So see you guys in the next video with some more exciting points of reasons for which rise in demand of foreign currency leads. Thank you.